Hi. In my blog, my topic was about education and awareness being the vital tools towards gender equality. Let's first define gender or gender relations. When you talk about gender relations, we are talking about the institutions, the practices, the social norms that are used in order to regulate the relations between a woman and a man. So what we're talking about now is actually part of the system of power relations in the context of socio-cultural definition of what masculinity, femininity, and economic relations is. That's what it's all about. So it's social norms, it's practices, it's institutions, that are used to regulate the relation between men and women, and in the context of socio-cultural definition of what masculinity, femininity, and economic relations are. So that's why then when you talk about SDG 4 and SDG 5, SDG 4 is talking about quality education, and SDG 5 is talking about these are UN Sustainable Development Goals. We're talking about gender equality. We don't just need quality education, but we have to ensure that men and women don't only get access to education, but they are empowered equally in and through education. That's the type of education we need. It has to do with perspective and intelligence. That's the type of education. Traditional education is no longer just enough, but we'll elaborate what we mean about that later. So when we talk about this, then if we have to ensure that men and women, they don't only get access to education or finish the education cycles, but they are empowered equally in and through education. Therefore, the government, the business people, the civil society, men and women, young and old, have to be part of this, have to be part of finding the solution. And definitely, this does need a strategy, and education is part of that strategy. We'll talk more next month.